This is the
third
part in a three-part series discussing the Nintendo Switch successor. Now that I've discussed what the console will be and when it'll launch, today I'm going to be telling you exactly which games will come out on launch day and which games will come out through the entire first year. I'm not going to waste your time, let's just get straight into it. The Nintendo Switch 2 will launch on the 25th of March 2025. Its first launch title, Super Mario Kingdom. This is the brand new 3D Mario game everybody was waiting for. It's going to be a sort of open world. You may use carts to get around and upgrade them as you go on. Or they might have some Yoshis instead of carts. And I believe that this game was the reason the Switch 2 was delayed. Well, the internal delay from 2024 to 2025, if leaks are to be believed. But that's not all that's coming on launch. I believe upgrades to existing games will come to make them run significantly better, such as higher FPS and a higher resolution. The first two games that get this update, Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. Everybody was waiting for Mario Odyssey 2, but instead Nintendo does their classic thing. Instead of a direct sequel, we get a brand new game in a new style and an update to the already existing game that was on Switch originally. Besides the updates and the brand new Mario game, I believe we may get some smaller games, sort of like how Bomberman came out on the Switch's original launch. I'm thinking a smaller game from EPD some number. Nintendo has a weird way of classifying their developers. But basically the developer who made the game 1-2 Switch and everybody 1-2 Switch, I think they're going to come in with a new IP, something smaller, but something to satiate a less hardcore gaming crowd. Now, after launch day, Nintendo gets a little quiet. They ease up on the first party launches and they let third parties take the helm. So I predict on the second month after launch, Persona 3 Reload will come out to nobody's shock. If you've been following the speculation and leak cycle that I have, Persona 3 was pretty much a given, especially with their strategy of going multi-platform being their main focus now. I believe the main reason they skipped out on the Switch 1 was mainly waiting on the Switch 2. I feel like they could have put Persona 3 Reload on the original Switch, but to have a better experience, they decided to wait for the sequel. Along with P3R, we find out that Call of Duty 2025 is coming to the next Switch day and date. Microsoft already confirmed in their FTC lawsuit that they're going to be bringing Call of Duty to every platform, including Nintendo, for the next 10 years at least. And also to close out this month, I think Bayonetta 1 through 3 will all be updated for the new platform. The third month, still just third parties doing their thing. I think we get the Final Fantasy VII remake, and it's remake heaven right now in this month. And then Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake combined together. Now in the fourth month after launch, Nintendo strikes back with a brand new 3D Donkey Kong game. It's been so long, Donkey Kong will finally get the love that he deserves. And I think the game will be around the size and scope of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So not as big as Mario Kingdom, but I still think it'll be a good decent chunk to get back into the Donkey Kong franchise. In the same month, after Donkey Kong 3D comes out, a new Nintendo Direct. This is a big one. Here I predict Mario Kart 10, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time remake, and a tease at a brand new Super Smash Bros. With a tentative release date of early 2026. Now after that Direct, every Nintendo fan is going absolute nutty mode. A brand new Mario Kart, a remake of Ocarina of Time, and a brand new Super Smash Bros. Everybody's hyped out their minds. And you know what Nintendo does? Nothing for the next month. I predict more third-party games. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 finally get the ports that they deserve, and then maybe some more updates to existing Switch 1 games to make them run better. Then, in the sixth month, a brand new 2D Zelda game, or a remake of an already existing 2D Zelda game, such as Link to the Past. I think it's far overdue, and I believe that Nintendo knows this too, and their remake of Link's Awakening was phenomenal, so I think they're just passing up free money here, and they want Legend of Zelda out each year, and with 2 Zelda games out, I think it'll be a great year for us fans. Now, in the seventh month, Nintendo launches a brand new IP focused on online. Sort of like how they did with Splatoon and ARMS, but ARMS wasn't really the hit that they wanted to be, and we learned from a couple of interviews a while back that Nintendo was workshopping multiple different online focused ideas, and ARMS won out on that, but they still have a bunch more in the oven and that they could pop out at any time. Now, Nintendo has been on a tear that's 2 months in a row with first party games, but it doesn't stop there. In the 8th month, after launch, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake finally releases. We get brand new dungeons, maybe some voice acting, and the graphics are just later that month. Pokemon A through Z is coming out exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2. We already know it's coming in 2025. It's not a bad bet to say it was for the Switch 2, so I believe 8th month after launch, Pokemon A through Z will release. Also, COD 2025 will launch day and date with other consoles and PC. The 9th month after launch, Mario Kart 10 finally releases. After years of just being stuck with 8, we get Mario Kart 10. This game will feature 32 brand new tracks that change as you go through them. There's going to be more kart customization, there's going to be better online, and there's going to be a ranked online feature, and maybe a main story. The main story could tie into Mario Kingdom if you remember earlier. Probably not, but it would be sick. And Mario Kart 10 is how they end off the year. 9 months after launch, we get Mario Kart 10, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, a brand new online IP, a smaller 2D Zelda game, or a remake, a lot more third-party games, a brand new 3D Donkey Kong with a scope as Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Resident Evil 2+3 Remake, Persona 3 Reload, a smaller 1-2 Switch-like game to show off the capabilities of the new system, and of course, Super Mario Kingdom. Now that's great for 2025, but at the beginning of the video I said I'm going to be doing the entire first year, so we're not stopping there. The next 2 months after Mario Kart 10 launches, it's going to be more of a cool off period considering what they just pulled off. There's going to be some third-party games in the mix, and Tears of the Kingdom will finally be updated for Switch 2. But the big game comes 1 year directly after launch, the brand new Super Smash Bros. I believe it'll just be called Super Smash Bros. It'll be a soft reset of the entire series. It'll have a roster of 30-something characters, a brand new story mode, and a better online experience. God, I please hope so. And maybe a ranked mode. So that was the entire first year of the Nintendo Switch 2. But wait. There's a brand new Direct 1 month after Super Smash Bros. Releases. Nobody expected it, but it's gonna be huge. There's going to be new Smash DLC that's shown here. New Mario Kart DLC that's shown here. Mario Party 11 will finally be released. And this is where we get the first trailer for the brand new 3D huge Zelda game. But not only that, we get the first trailer for the next Animal Crossing. And what came after the Direct? I'm not going that far. But wow, if this really comes true, Nintendo will have a great year. And so will we. And this would be amazing. I predict about only 50% of this will come out. I really do think that they're gonna have an open world 3D Mario game at launch. I do think a new Donkey Kong game will come, maybe a new IP. The Ocarina of Time remake is just what I want in the bottom of my heart, to be honest. I think Mario Kart 10 is within the first year, I don't think that's crazy. And the new Smash Bros. Hey, I didn't expect Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to come out within, I think it was the first 2 years, maybe? So, hey, they could do something crazy. But yeah, I think third parties will get an increase too, and I think original Switch 1 games will get a big upgrade. But yeah, that's about it for me. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing. I have about 0, so it'd be pretty cool if you could do that. If this is the first video you've seen of mine, feel free to click on the next 2 videos. This was a 3-part series predicting the entirety of the Switch 2. In the first video I go over what the actual console will be like, and in the second I went over when it will launch and when it will be revealed. That's how I got the March 25th date. But thank you for watching, and have a great day.